Deep in the mountains, a war is being waged that affects hundreds of thousands of living things. The challenges are many and varied, from climate, nature, to the very universe.
你看，这蚕都在这雪里面包着，你看。
While there's no smoking gun, there's still death. As for the outcome, he can only wait for fate to show its hand. The 2013 Chinese New Year has just passed. After breakfast, the 45-year-old Ho Guo-wan gathers his sickle and climbs the mountain behind his house.
这没有看，上面我看它在上面。
This is an area of nearly 200,000 square meters, covered with tens of thousands of oak trees. Ho Guo-wan's task over the next month is to lop off all of their branches, and is only the beginning of an enormous battle he faces. April 5th, for Ho and his family, today is a very special day. Today, their 20-year-old son, Ho Young-pan, returns home for vacation. Young-pan is a senior in the county high school, some 50 kilometers away. In 2 months' time, he'll take the National College entrance exam. He returns for only 1 day a month.
把这回生活费要代购，再放假到五一放假，再五一了，再回都到考试上。 去学校我也病仔细吃掉，吃的该高科了，吃掉好一点。
我牙疼。
牙疼。
Young Pan only has 1 day's holiday. He needs to leave after lunch. After saying goodbye to their son, Ho and his wife jump on their motorbike and head towards a farm a few kilometers away. They've just received some good news. Some silkworms are beginning to hatch from the kilogram of eggs that Ho bought earlier this year. This tiny black creature is eager to see the outside world. The newly hatched silkworms look like black ants. Ho moves the baby silkworms over to the branches with a pair of special chopsticks. He's very careful because they're quite delicate, and using too much force will hurt them. This year, Ho has 1.2 kilograms of silkworm eggs. Normally, there are 120,000 eggs for every kilogram. Close to 100,000 silkworms will hatch, meaning the process must be repeated that many times. As the temperature increases, more and more silkworms begin to hatch. The couple begins to panic.
哎，搁这拿回去，搁这再来，搁这再弄一回。
喂蚕收成了，完全跟着这了。
你这就是说，你该不行这打，不行这出，你咋的？
这蚕不敢晚上出，晚上出来，它放到温室里边，蚕都烤干了。
搁这好留俺这。
There's no better solution. Ho can only, for the time being, place the silkworm box outside the hatchery and transfer the hatched silkworms up the hill. On the hill, all the oak trees have been pruned. The tender leaves are exactly what the newly hatched larvae need. After settling this batch of silkworms, Ho has to go back to the farm to transfer the next batch. Today, Ho and his wife will be busy on the hill until late at night. The war has begun, and there will be no room for error. Far away in the county town, Ho Young-pan is oblivious to the war his parents are waging. His own personal battlefield is at school. Rising at 5 a.m., after a quick wash of his face, he races to the classroom to memorize a few passages. At 7 a.m., the bell rings. Young-pan dashes towards the cafeteria for breakfast. The school allots half an hour for breakfast, but he gives himself just 15 minutes.
周二、周四、周六前面课，周一、1、3、5、7、8是晚上课，平均有5次吧一天。同学们就是这频繁，这个月是特别训练，临近高考。
Lushan No. 1 Senior High School is a key model school of Henan Province. More than 90% of its students are from the countryside. For these students, the national entrance exam offers the best chance for a brighter future. The competition, however, is very cruel. This year, Young-pan has to compete with 1,000 students in his school alone, not to mention the 700,000 spread across the whole province. Only 1/3 of these students will be offered places at the schools of their choice. Young-pan's scores have been hovering somewhere in the middle, but not good enough for a top school. This worries his parents. In ancient China, the silkworm was commonly believed to have been bestowed upon man from the heavens above. Its silk can be woven into luxurious silk cloth and, at the pupa stage, is a tasty, protein-filled food. More people are familiar with the southern mulberry silkworm than the ones in the north, which make their homes in oak trees. The silkworm has to go through 5 dormancies before eventually pupating and becoming a cocoon. The whole process needs to take place in the wild, which is far more complex than breeding mulberry silkworms. Lushan's sericulture has a history dating back thousands of years, and local Lushan silk has been offered as a tribute in every dynasty. In 1915, Lushan silk won a gold medal at the Panama Pacific International Exposition held in San Francisco. Today, besides the large-scale processing of silk, the most traditional method of silk production in Lushan is still very much alive. In fact, the silkworm industry has always been a pillar of the local economy. Even now, hundreds of thousands of local farmers still sell silk bedding made from Lushan silk. Locals have established their own Bureau of Sericulture to oversee production. Hoguowan's village is short on arable land, and the locals in the past lived mainly on sericulture, despite the meager income it brought. With the development of local tourism, men have chosen to work elsewhere, leaving the seniors, women and children behind in the villages. A few years back, Ho and his wife also joined the wave of fellow villagers to find work outside, coming home only for the Chinese New Year. After a while, Ho found his children became increasingly indifferent to the two of them.
孩子口上说是我们每年出去的时候，口上说是爸妈我们长大了，都能自理了。说出去我心。每当我们走的时候，孩子们都是说：“爸妈，你们放心的走吧，我没事。”其实每当说这句话时，我心里有多难受。
Last year, their daughter took the national exam, but her marks didn't make the cut, so she eventually went to a third-tier university. This year, it's time for their son to take the exam. At this critical time, Ho has decided to stay at home and give up his job outside the village.
这孩子是高考问题，主要是怕回来了看他父母不在家，心里不高兴。
The silkworms keep hatching. Ho shuttles back and forth between the shed and the hillside, transferring the newborn larvae to the oak trees. Today, for some unknown reason, the silkworms are hatching at a much slower rate. Normally, the silkworm should hatch from their eggs within 2 days. The longer it takes, the more damaging it can be.
真是意外。昨天我看出呢，那我也算正常，大概6、7两左右。然后今天肯定会出的多，不知道是怎么回事，今天出的很少。哎，也不知道他们出啥样。
A neighboring village is just 3 kilometers away. As the village is even more remote and less accessible, most of the villagers there still make a living by breeding silkworms. "72-year-old Ho Guojian, Ho Guowen's cousin, is from this neighboring village. His only son died in a car accident a few years earlier. His daughter-in-law then took the grandchild away when she remarried. Guojian has given up his own silkworm farm to rent one next to his cousin's.
今儿配了，今儿暖和，出去行，等康州配。
Today, Ho Guojian's silkworms are hatching rapidly. He just wishes he had more energy.
弄不过来，早上在7点多，上午8点楼上，该歇了不歇，70，围不动。
The following morning, Ho Guowen and his brother-in-law go together to fetch the silkworm box. The administrator of the hatchery tells them that other people's silkworms are hatching quickly. Only theirs remains problematically slow.
我上路改这，你咋出恁走回来恁？
是啊，他说着，哎，别走出来啊，恁俩要没有出呀？哎，我说的这个，心里可疼下子，想咋这回事啊？
Fortunately, as the temperature rises, more and more silkworms begin to hatch. Ho Guowen is relieved.
这回是正出来。昨天一天没有出，我们心里头，我们这都不正常了，感觉哈。
In the end, 1.2 kilograms of silkworm eggs eventually turn into as many silkworms. Ho has managed to clear the first hurdle. But this small victory doesn't mean Ho can relax. An even greater challenge is awaiting him. He must soon make a choice as to whether he should persevere or give up. As the national exam draws near, the atmosphere at the school is growing ever tenser. Today, Ho Youngpan's class is having a mobilization meeting for the exam.
这一节是我们的班会时间，今天的班会我想谈一个话题。我们看一下我们的高考倒计时，距高考仅有38天。我们的人生的第一个大的转折点就在38天之后。这最后的38天，我们应该怎么样做？下面就由我们的学生来真实的说出你们的呼声。
即使你现在学习不好，即使你还在彷徨，但是38天以后，你一定会成功，因为我们心中每个人都有梦。
在未来的38天里，珍惜好我们身边每一个我们想珍惜的人。
我的成绩和大家一样，不是很理想，但是我在同学们看来，我一直都在坚持，我没有放弃。尽管成绩总是很落后，但是我想只要付出了，总会有回报。
如果高考之后的话，有机会我一定要去内蒙古大草原，在那里，我觉得感觉到一定非常的开阔那种感觉。还有就是，我以后上大学之后，就过了高考这个敲门砖，以后可以再读研、考博等等，以后外面世界可大，我特别的，我感觉到提到这我很兴奋。
请举起右手，和我一起庄严宣誓：我要把今天当成生命中最辉煌的一天。我要把今天当成生命中最辉煌的一天。我要忘掉昨天的光荣和遗憾。我要忘掉昨天的光荣和遗憾。我要以拼搏埋葬抱怨。我要以拼搏埋葬抱怨。我要勇往直前。我要勇往直前。迎接更加美好的明天。迎接更加美好的明天。
今天上午8点02分，在四川省雅安市芦山县北纬30.3度、东经103.0度发生7.0级强烈地震，震源深度13公里。记者从四川省康。
On April 20th, 2013, the earthquake strikes, killing 196 people in the city of Ya'an. On the same day, while the silkworms were absorbing the nutrition from the oak leaves and preparing for their first dormancy, another unexpected disaster hits. Not in 30 years of raising silkworms has Ho seen anything like this.
如果你看这天灾，那没办法，真是没办法。温度一低，它个蚕从这个扎堆上都掉下来了。这会儿你就看着那蚕会动不会？啊？它不会动。你那个蚕也是动量很多哈。
你那掉的很多。
每一堆上都有。
那是前时候，
天灾。
这是。
盼着下雨，盼着下雨，你看盼了一场这个。结果是这，
当然不种不下。
这个啥的，你看这就下面了，每一吨下面都冻掉底下了很多，现在也都是冻掉。它没有，如果是没有扒开的话，蚕都在压在这雪的下面。你看，这蚕都在这雪里面包着，你看，这样都不行了。
In a neighboring village, people are beginning to lose hope for this year.
那掉了，都冻落了，没有多点希望，没多点希望了，就是没点希望。
天就下了，谁也不中。
Ho tries in vain to place the fallen silkworms back on the tree, but it seems too little, too late.
捡几个是几个吧，要抢在这个虫子的前面。这温度一高，虫子也出来了，蚂蚁了、蜘蛛啊，这个蜈蚣啊，它都会过去咬它吃它。哎呀，真是心疼人。
9月30号，经北到江南带有未知的区域降温。
接着我们来关注一下庐山镇区的天气情况。今天晚上到明天，当地是阴间多云的天气为主，其中呢在杭州显示42度。
The low temperatures continue to linger, causing increasing numerous silkworms to perish. If the cold weather continues for another few days, a poor silkworm harvest is guaranteed. Silkworm farmers in this village suffer a heavy loss. Most of them have given up on this year's harvest and have no choice but to do something else.
才4号还有忙啥的，都不忙了。
死了养不成了，
养不成了。
不会上多呢。
Hogwo Wen is giving it one last try, but he's prepared for the worst.
这天确实我心理压力也比较大，也没办法。中午的时候，我想着想听你们谁，哎，确实这些就是翻来覆去，谁也不能讲，真是这样。
The Sericulture Bureau steps in with some timely relief measures to stop a massive die-off of the silkworms. Despite this, more than half of the silkworms are gone. Hogwo Wen estimates his final income will be only around 6,000 yuan, assuming the remaining silkworms survive. This will not be enough money for his kids' tuition fees. It looks like Ho has no choice but to let his wife take care of the remaining silkworms while he goes out to find work. This way, they can at least make some extra money. This flies in the face of their original wish of accompanying their son for the national exam. The uncertainty tortures Hogwo Wen, and before he knows it, it's the May holiday. His daughter and son both arrive home.
啊？这样，我
这不是啊？
不听了。
你啥事儿啊？
没彩带。
被子、绒毯。
绒毯了。
哎呀，回来了啊！你真快啊！
快啊！
那你自己这回放假几天？
明儿去。
明天就去。是不是快点考试抓得紧？
拿牌子了，就拿3张牌子。考试分数啥老师出来没？有时候高，有时候低，要看老师。
有时候高的。
正常发挥的好，你就是，你看老师现在的是吧？天天考试，就叫人适应就是说。 高考的，那我天天考试，你到真正的高考最后一次考试，你感觉还没平常考试一样。
这好了，这个好，那个差，那个好，这个差。总成绩啊，也500分。
那门去，这今儿个都是30号，再有1个0几天，肯定中间不会停车。我一直跟你说，不用恁大的。
没啥去，没啥去。
啊。
咱谈到我这儿了。
咱们这3点钟。
不是冬去下雪那回又堵，我
要下雪，明儿下雪等于是。
下雪太冷了那。
提前2天哈，它是低温没有吃的。我今天也我跟那个长白完，我这东西也算节水。提前2天低温没有吃。 后来接着又下一条，加上这个雪，那更不用吃了。都在雪里埋着咋吃？ 你看刚好这耽误这1星期，要不是都入了3人。猪血，这是营养不良造成的。
今天看点差不多。
你这样的话，你这样都一样。
干啥衣服？有人说，有人家长有人。
Ho's son helps him come to a decision. He will continue to raise silkworms. He feels it's more important to accompany his son during this important transition in his life. He doesn't want anything to go wrong over the next 2 months.
我也感觉到现在放弃了，也怪可惜的，毕竟是费了2个月的力气了。弄啥都不容易，弄啥都有难处，没有迈不出过去的坎儿吧，慢慢来，一步一步的来吧。
Now that the snow is a distant memory, a new challenge erupts. Will Ho be able to withstand the test? Despite the recent catastrophe, the surviving silkworms grow quickly. They are now 4 to 5 centimeters long and are well nourished from the oak leaves. However, a new threat stealthily approaches. This ridge is home to many silkworm predators, namely birds, beetles, ants and wasps. These predators lurk upon the clumsy, plump and vulnerable silkworm as a delicacy. For Ho, this is the annual nightmare he must confront. Ho has set up bird nets on the hillside well in advance.
这边挨着树林子，这样容易我那把树林子都出来，把这个调到那边好看。我早上来的时候，上面都碰上2个，他一会儿他上，这边有人嘛，他不敢看那。
These airborne predators present the greatest threat to the silkworms. When silkworm farming was at its peak, silkworms could be found all over the mountainside, decreasing the likelihood of any one farmer's produce being devastated. The last few years has seen fewer and fewer silkworm farmers. Hence, the threat has increased several-fold.
你不管好，他真能给他吃完。有一年太平那咱不就吃完了？
嗯，他是入了了，他说有奇迹了。上地图都挣钱去。
3天没上坡，我们到坡上，这周末到上坡上一看，你把你要吃完了。
Ho Guowen stands watch on the hill from morning to night. In the past, farmers were able to use a blunderbuss to drive away the birds. Now they can only use a bird net. Ho must fight this battle using only a slingshot.
可能会，那去这里边还有几个，飞走了几个，这些还在那块儿。 一直都在那个。
On a nearby silkworm slope, Ho Guojian feels a little weary. He takes the occasional nap in between standing guard. As a result, more than half of his silkworms have been consumed within just a few short days.
就在看着看着像真些菜，主要在那大面上一火烧它太顺了，没到我今天还看着了嘛，后来一试，一试一半，像一样，是，干巴要像黄一春下黄。
Having witnessed what has happened to his cousin, Ho Guowen does not dare relax at all. He has too much riding on the silkworm's survival. There's only a week to go before the national exam. Young Pan unexpectedly has 1 day's leave. He has been feeling ill recently and wants to see a doctor.
对，有点咽炎，还是老是刷牙的时候有点感觉有痰啊，对。
我给开点一般药先用吧，是吧？
少弄点吧。最近也考试了。但是可难受了。
咋这回才就花那点钱？以后吃饭吃的越来越少了。
吃饭花30块。
他这不爱回家，我都不知道咋办。心情看着跟那有点，他就是不一样，跟平时不一样。
越说越紧张，不说了。
你说都紧张。
不要想那么多，轻轻松松就考试，没事跟平常一样。考试，你啥时候是考试嘛？那正常检查，你平常考试那么多次，怕啥？
After Young Pan leaves, Ho returns to the hillside to transfer the silkworms. His son's condition, nevertheless, worries him.
紧张吗？还是紧张吗？你看，当着父母在家问一下，你都感觉都有压力了。你要是临场发挥的时候，反正肯定不会发挥最好。
But Ho doesn't have much time to think it over. In 2 weeks' time, the silkworms will turn into cocoons, and there'll be no time for rest at all. Grazing on the nutrition-filled oak leaves, the silkworms grow rapidly. Soon, they'll enter the 4th dormancy. They're already very large, with an enormous appetite, eating everything in sight. He needs to transfer the silkworms to a new farm as swiftly as possible if he's to have any chance of avoiding disaster. This is known as a farm transition. Ho runs between the hillsides dozens of times a day, carrying a basket of silkworms weighing around 30 kilograms. Farm transition is the hardest stage of raising silkworms and shows how labor-intensive this work really is. The national exam starts tomorrow. Young Pan's classroom for now remains empty, but tomorrow it will be the exam site. On June 7th, traffic near the school is blocked. All construction noise is banned. Everything must give way to the national exams. Most parents wait anxiously outside the exam halls, but Ho isn't among them. His war has reached a critical stage. The silkworms begin to morph into cocoons. After their 5th dormancy, the silkworm finds an oak leaf and begins to secrete proteins. This secretion turns into silk when exposed to air. Each thread of silk is 1,000 meters long. The silk slowly twines around the silkworm, forming a cocoon. Ho's cousin begins harvesting the cocoons. Because there aren't that many, he wants to finish as soon as he can and go home.
见我都不想叫他往坡上冒，这月间下来花30毛钱呢。他们问你有多大事儿，我50年间我能弄的，让人匡扶。
你做人51年，我想着咋着的得拽够，还能做51年。
瞎过。我多做51年。
今年他们说都要捡贵嘛，那贵那也没多东西。
没多东西。
你按51年，哎，那要按30块钱一斤，我们那也卖1000多块钱。
就，上年能卖30块，20块钱。我看今年早就得20。
Today is the second day of the exam. The Dragon Boat Festival is approaching, and the children will soon be back at home. Ho called his son the previous evening.
他不是不是心情说是考试不好，给他打过去，他哭了，好像是。他说他考试前天考的不好。我说没事儿，他爸说没事儿，那复习了都多少复习了，不中午就复习，考试好来的。
他再过来人家。
In another half an hour, the 3-day exam will be over. Ho and his wife are beginning to get nervous.
我说杨永泰，这一场战争快结束了，到5点都结束。
俺这打败仗了，这不盼要再打败仗，家打败仗。
1点不成功。
5点5分了。
你看打试试。空路没有？ 那空路证明他拿。
那不是我听说夏青通上刷的是，今天都回来了吗？啊，你说到明儿了哈？那考了了，那至于成绩好了，不用想那些。这一觉考了，这心情都放开了，该吃该喝的，好好睡一觉，啊。啊。 这是不是？这都是哈。哇！
赶紧回来多吃点儿，赶紧吃饭。这回中午吃饭了，你看，又想说那啥也不知道。
After coming home, Young Pan's mood doesn't improve. Ho's greatest worry has also materialized. On the Chinese part of the exam, Young Pan was too nervous and forgot to write a title for his essay.
为啥没题目？我开始占理可简单，这内容考试，我看题目比我啥呢？想让先写2篇来吧，题目一会儿再10点，下午前2行我写上，哎呀，我题目在哪儿了？
Ho's cocoons are all harvested, about 300 kilograms in total, which is less than half of last year's yield. However, since the yield is low all over the region, the price he fetches per kilo should be higher. Ho heard that a few days earlier, cocoons from a neighboring village sold at 50 yuan per kilo. This raises his hopes.
20以上，今年不一定20以上。
However, there seems to be fewer cocoon buyers this year. Last year, there were dealers everywhere. Yesterday, a group of dealers was about to buy cocoons at 46 yuan a kilo, but they eventually backed off because the quality seems worse than last year. This is the time when the cocoons start to morph into moths. This isn't good news.
这不过是温度，现在是刚刚它都出来了。要是时间长，你要是不卖它的话，它就是1天出一次，1天出一次。 你要是再加上有温度再出热，它都没有味，是。
Ho's wife returns from town, carrying some bad news. Meanwhile, there's a call from the Silkworm egg farm.
他就和我说意思，咱厂里鸭子是摇24，我心里想说，我说搁家要是能摇，不过摇他们也搁家里，不过这大个摇他们也会掏24呢，估计。我接不过这回来，中了我得挣多少咱厂里。
This year, the Silkworm farm has decided to purchase cocoons, but it has strict quality requirements. A large number of cocoons won't make the cut. Although the price offered isn't bad, Ho is still reluctant.
像我就有一年我搁那卖年中啥事，剥皮嘛，剥皮不一样。有的你也说那，这剪不成型那样哈，愣子剪还不一样。一般你要做菜剪啥，这一般剥皮叫是绒，他都可以卖。那要不我想卖是主要是想在家卖，他剪缝嘛，他吃绒这一份他一般说里头有个怪点啥，他都差不多，他都也一样。俺哪有呢？除非是中间，不是中间哪有呢？钢筋盖他这样。需要摇摇。你要是带带平房呢，在家里这样包腰都卖了，6个1年不是。
我还想过650斤到700斤钱。
这有弄快呀
？300-400斤。那留再摇上100，能摇上100斤。
那什么时候的？管他的呀，他这卖都算了。你这今在家里等着了也是等明天也是等明天赊一天。
Once the cocoons are transported to the farm, they have to go through careful selection. This is called sifting. For a variety of reasons, many cocoons are damaged. After sifting, for those experts, it's easy to know which ones are damaged. This year, Ho's silkworm harvest is poor, which means fewer will be purchased.
都是坏的。这要是这也跟这家里头是最起码那2筐比这筐可买的多，有一半。
50 kilos out of Ho's harvest are deemed low quality and excluded from the sale. This means he'll book a loss of over 4,000 yuan, which he finds acceptable, given he hasn't any other options.
12000这钱，你要是订虾，15000块钱，这个打出来就可以。
我是多吃啊？不看，总共多吃啊
？456斤。
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
好，正好啊。
我半年那个，我想要卖不了1万，你看卖够1万。
It's June 25th, and in a few hours, the scores for the national exams will be announced.
这几天感觉是吧 在家10天什么，一天没啥事做吧哈，感觉没目标了，没啥做了，不考完了，感觉都突然感觉都学校上也解放了，感觉不好过。哎，差2分儿。8块还是8块？
啊？
没8块。
8块啊？啥样？
你这文件剩2分。
哎呦，你这文件剩2分。
441万。
你这文件多少分啊
443。
443，你考441，俺考的也算不让。那你也都是那你咋的？今天这全是一样人儿，图样都加了，你说考试也是那。
It's July 20th at a construction site not far from the village. Ho Guo-wen is working hard to pay for his children's tuition fees. He may give silkworm farming another chance next year, since his son once more will need to prepare for the national exam. Young Pan returns to his student existence, hitting the books hard for another year. Meanwhile, Ho's cocoons will be placed in cold storage. Next spring, the cocoons will slowly awaken, emerge, mate, spawn, and hatch. It's been a year of suffering and hardship, but as in nature, life ultimately gets a second chance.